Let's make this fun bubbles. We are going to make these colorful bubbles using the basic codes of Turtle library. So let's get started and trinket with a brand new project. Now let's quickly name it as Colorful Bubbles. Once that is done, we are going to increase the font size, and then let's get started and use the Turtle library. I'm going to use import turtle in order to import the library. Then I'm going to create a variable to which I'm going to assign the code that is going to help me use the turtle in very easy manner. Then I'm going to create a screen variable which will help me to store the details related to turtle and the screen. So here we are. Now the difference between this, as I've already mentioned, turtle is the library and this is basically the function that is stored inside this library. Once that is done, we are going to work on creating the circle. Not just circle, it needs to be filled with the color. So we need to repeat some type of codes for a multiple number of times. So let's use a loop this time, where I'm going to use a for loop that will help me to repeat the code for a specific number of times. So if I want 10 bubbles, I will have to repeat this code for 10 times. So I'm going to use for I in range, where I'm going to give it value 10 so that all the codes get repeated for 10 times. Once that is done, I'm going to move ahead and get started by choosing the color. Now I want all the colors to be used as much as possible. So let's create different colors for that. Now when we talk about different and random colors, here comes a new library that is known as a random library. So after importing the turtle, make sure you are importing the random library that will help us to choose the colors randomly. Then to use this, I'm going to use the library name that is random.randint. So inside random library, we have randint module that will help us to choose any value between this. So here I'm going to choose from 0 to 255. 0 to 255 is basically the intensity of red color. If you move closer to 0, you'll get darker shade of the color. If you move towards 255, it's going to give you the lighter shade, or the intensity of the color will be lighter, as it is only going to understand 3 primary colors, red, green and blue, and all the colors are basically a combination of them. So that's why I'm going to use 3 different variables. There are multiple ways of using the color. I'm going to use this one, RGB, and here also I'm going to say random.randint. Now once that is done, now I will have to use this value. Now in order to use this value, what exactly we will do, we will apply these 3 variables in our code pen.fill color, which will eventually help us to fill the color. And I want the combination of all these 3 colors, so we're going to pass all these 3 variables in one go, RGB. Now once RGB is done, I don't want the border to be in black color. So for that, let's say color, again RGB. So how the things work here, every single time the loop repeats, the value of R will get updated, G will get updated and B will get updated. As soon as that happens, whatever color comes after combining the intensity of these 3 colors, fill color as well as the same color will be updated with the pen also. Now we are ready with the color. Now it's time to start drawing that shape. Now I want to have the bubbles with different sizes. So for that, we are going to use a variable that is known as a radius, right? It can be anything, but here circle is basically measured how big or small it is based on the radius. So I am going to use again random, which will help me to choose any random integer within the given range. So let's say I wanted to start from 30 and maybe make it maximum to 70. Now once I have the color and then I have the radius, I need to start drawing the circle. But as you know, we have been working with turtle. In order to fill the color, once you choose the color, you will also have to use begin fill, so that you can guide your turtle that it is time to start filling the color in bush shape. And how we will get the circle? We will get the circle using pen.circle function. And I'm not going to give it a static radius, which means I'm not going to create the circle of the same shape, size. I'm going to make it with different radius. So that's why I'm gonna call this variable radius. That was the sole reason of storing the value of a random values of the radius in a variable. Because variable radius will keep on changing, keep on updating, and we will be able to get the circle of different sizes. Once that is done, we will say pen dot end fill. Now, let's see if we are able to get it. But here is one thing, if I run it, you'll see it will always be at the same point. We don't want that. We want the color circles to be drawn at different places. So for that, we are going to work with coordinates. Now here, let's create one variable which is going to represent the x coordinate. Again, for the random values, I'm going to use again the random dot randint method followed by the size. So suppose I don't want the circles to go out of the screen. So for left side, I'm going to give till -200. So turtle can go till that point in order to draw. And from the right, +200. Same goes for the y also. I'm gonna say random dot randint followed by -200 to 200. Now comes an interesting part. This is only the values that I'm gonna apply, but where I'm going to apply, let's understand that. We are going to use the code which is basically known as up, which will make sure that pen is floating in the air, not drawing anything while it is moving on the screen. And when I say pen, that means a turtle. So I'm gonna use goto, which will help me to apply these x and y coordinates. And then pen dot down. Here we go. Now if I hit run, something interesting is gonna happen. As you can see, it is making bubbles now, and that too colorful. Here we have it. Now as you can see, the turtle is moving really slow. You know what to do. Just come at the top, use pen dot speed followed by 100. If we make 100, it's gonna way more faster. And here we have different bubbles of different colors and of different intensity. Now if you want, you can increase later on. You can make 20. It's totally up to you. Now we know how we can use a loop. So here we are. We can draw. If you like this video, do like, share and subscribe to CodeNiche, where learning to code is fun.